In this tutorial, you will learn how to make groups and subfarms of your fields in SnapPlus. This can be helpful when planning your farm because it allows you to group fields based on certain characteristics and then plan them out accordingly. Another advantage is they can reduce the number of fields displayed on the many of the SnapPlus screens. Let's start off by defining the two. Subfarms are typically used to identify fields that are located together geographically or fields that share the same manure sources. A field may only be listed in one subfarm. On the other hand, groups are more flexible and allow a field to be listed in more than one group. Groups are used to logically group fields by any means that might be useful, like soil test levels or crops. You can even group subfarms. Let's start by going to the Field screen, then to the Subfarms tab. An example of a subfarm might be rented fields. To create a subfarm, click on the green plus sign here and enter a name for it in the dialog box. Click Accept. Now select fields for the subfarm by highlighting a field and clicking on the arrow button pointing towards the right. Select all fields you want for the subfarm. Then you can add any subfarm notes here if you want. To make a group is similar. Click on the tab labeled Groups. Making groups can be helpful for the planning process if you have a large number of fields. For example, you can group all cornfields together in a certain year, or group fields with high phosphorus needs. This allows you to easily make plans for those fields separately from the rest of the plan. There are two ways to make groups in this tab. The first method is you can do it manually by selecting fields and choosing their characteristics over here. Or for the second method, you can use the Easy Group Builder. I'm going to show you how to do it using the first method, and we have a separate video you can watch on how to do this using the Easy Group Builder. Okay, so let's learn how to create groups using the first method. Click on the green plus sign and enter a name for the group. Then select criteria in this area. I'm grouping all fields with low soil phosphorus together because I want to know which fields to make phosphorus applications to. Select a criteria from the drop-down menu here. I'm selecting Soil Test P. Then select the comparison sign here. Then enter a value to compare it to. In this example, I am choosing any fields with a soil phosphorus content of 50 or lower. Be sure to check the box next to Include to include it in your search. You can add a second criteria here as well if you'd like. Then select the crop year you want to work in by clicking on this button. Select the year or years and click Accept. Then click Search once you have entered all criteria. All fields with those characteristics should be selected now. Repeat this process for any other groups you want to create. You can delete any group by selecting it from the drop-down menu and simply clicking the red minus sign here. The same process can be done for Subfarms. Now that you have made groups and subfarms, you will have the option to select them in the drop-down menus at the top left of many screens. This is the end of the tutorial on creating subfarms and groups. Watch our other video on how to make groups using the Easy Group Builder to learn more.